Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a medium question in the database category that I just solved on my own. So I'm pretty happy about this and I'm really glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let me show you how I did it. This question again is called tree node number 608. So basically you just want to identify for each ID, whether it's a root, inner, or leaf node. Okay, so if you know the definition of a leaf node, basically it has no children, root has no parent, so pretty straightforward. So null means it's the root. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and iterate over tree PID. So let's just try this to make sure it's not null. If it is, then we have a problem because let's say a is int of t. If this is possible, then it's not. Otherwise, it's a root node, and we can just go ahead and say answer.append t as the root node. Okay, so then used is going to have t because tree ID of I, because we don't want to have to use that ID again in the future because we'd already know it's the root node because this is going to be unique. And then we can just go ahead and get the other ones. So let's call this default dict of type list, and we're going to say the current child. So the current parent is going to be the key. So d of t dot append tree ID of I. Okay. So now, if we print our dictionary, we can see that there's some rules. If you make some observations, you'll notice that 3, 4, and 5, if those are not keys in the dictionary, then they're automatically leaf nodes. Otherwise, they're going to be inner nodes if they're not already used, which was the purpose of my set here. So let's go over this again. Tree ID. So if t is not in our dictionary, then and t is not in use, then we can just go ahead and append t as a inner node or as a leaf node, right? Because it's not in the dictionary as a key and it's not in use. Otherwise, if t is not in D, or if t is in D, so if t is not in used, to not duplicate the IDs in the result, then we're going to append t and it's going to be an inner node because that's the definition, right? So if it has a key in here, then it's going to be automatically be an inner node because first of all, it has children and it's not the root node. So by definition, that has to be the inner node. So not leaf, not root is inner. Okay, so let's go ahead and print answer. Okay, so looks like, so tree ID of I as the root. Cool. So now looks like we have our answer, and we can just go ahead and make 2 columns. 1, 2. So for a and answer, 1.append a0, a1, set the 2 columns. We basically have our solution. So ID is 1, type is 2, and then return that data frame. Okay, let's run this. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it completely on my own. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.